Okay, we're connected. I don't know how I did it, but I got it. All right, Ken, come on back over. Where'd he go? Hey, Ken, get the dragon out of here. We don't want the dragon. There's Sherry. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special edition of the Wiley Drake Show from Rossmore, California, Los Alamitos. Emily, hop by the chair and let Ken sit down there.
Hey, Emily.
Sit down there, Ken. And ladies and gentlemen, we're in the home of Ken and Sherry Farrell, and that's them there live on TV. We're gonna
Sherry.
Sherry. We're gonna have Ken though talk about the church. Show that church to our audience, will you? And tell us the history. A little history lesson. Many of our family members had or have one of these, and tell them where that church came from.
That came from Anton, Connie's dad, many, many years ago. He made a bunch of them and handed them out to people. And pretty neat. Close the door, the music stops, and it starts again. So all the family members had one. I'm going to pass this on to the other family members now. So.
All right, and you're going to pass that on to Jeff McCulty,
or your son.
Well, why don't we do it with Jeff? Since
Okay.
you're pastoring the church, I'll boot my son out. All right. Now, Jeff, tell our listening audience, if I call your church phone number, how do you answer the phone?
Preacher, teacher, race car driver.
Preacher, teacher, race car driver. All right. Now we're going to go back over here to Ken and Sherry, and Ken and Sherry. Your families aren't here, so talk to them, tell them hi, whatever you want to tell them. You're live on TV.
Hi, family. When you get to look at this, we're here with Bill and Connie and the whole gang.
Hang on just a second. We're gonna get over here to Connie. There's Connie. Say Merry Christmas, Connie.
Merry Christmas.
All
So
right.
we're having a wonderful time.
We began our broadcast this morning from Bethlehem, via Washington, D.C., via Highland, via California, all over the world. And we had Pastor Naim Khoury, pastor of the First Baptist Church of Bethlehem.
Wow.
They had 1,200 people in church for Christmas, and 300 people accepted Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
And they're fighting a serious battle. About 10 years ago, I did a live broadcast from Bethlehem, and we had a lady correspondent that did it by phone for us. That was, cell phones were still pretty new then. She did a live broadcast on Christmas Day from Bethlehem. We just recently found out, though, she has been killed. Bethlehem, our Lord's birth city, has gone from 70% Christian down to 15%. And the people are leaving town because they're killing them. They're burning their houses, they're burning their churches, and so we need to pray for Bethlehem, our Lord's birth city. And so anyway, tell your family anything you'd like to tell them, Sherry and Ken.
Well, we miss them already. They just left.
They just left, but they miss them already, right?
The son's got to go to work. The daughter has to get back up to Portland. She flew up from Long Beach to Portland.
And your brother, is he coming down this year?
No.
No,
They're not going to come.
they've been here
They're in
earlier.
Seaside, Oregon.
So they came earlier in the year,
Right.
and they're still up in Oregon. How are they
Their
doing?
family.
Give us a report. Say hello, Merry Christmas to them.
Hi, Tom.
Hi,
Tammy, Lita,
Don and Tammy,
Jeff.
Lita and Jeff, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
All right. Anything else you want to say to them? Just go right ahead and tell them.
Are the people there at Bethlehem still on?
No, they're not on now because it's way up in the wee hours of the morning in
Okay.
Bethlehem right now. But no, they're not on right now. They will be on again with us tomorrow. But we have a new correspondent, a fellow by the name of Brian, who's covering for us in the Middle East. Unfortunately, when we get correspondents and when we get reporters, they have a tendency to disappear because they will not deny Christ. Because we don't get a correspondent or anyone unless they're Christian, Judeo-Christian. And so typically they don't last very long, unfortunately.
Wow.
That's what's going on in the Middle East today. There's a big wall around Bethlehem, big high wall about 30 feet tall, and you can't get to Bethlehem unless you're a Muslim. If you're a Christian, they check your papers and hold you for a day or two. Even shop owners, people that have owned little curio shops, Christian artifacts shops there in Bethlehem, they don't live in Bethlehem, they live outside of Bethlehem in Ariel or one of the other cities. And when they go to work, they will report to us that even as citizens, even with permits, if they're Christian, it takes them sometimes 3 to 5 hours just to get to work because they stop them at the border.
Oh, that's awful.
And that's sort of the best scenario. And the worst scenario, of course, is that they burn down their businesses. We had one church over the Gaza City Baptist Church over in Gaza City. They blew the front wall down of their church. And the media in California and around the country, they're not talking about this because you become very anti. That's why we do it on the Wiley Drake Show on a regular basis. We tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help us God. So anyway, that's a little bit about what's going on in Bethlehem. Anything else you want to say to your family in Oregon or wherever they're at?
Oh, hi, Donald, Tammy. I think we
Yeah.
said that.
Okay.
Come
That's all right.
down next year.
That's all right. All right. And looking forward, and we want to say hi. This is Bill.
Show him Jeff and show him
All of my audience is going to say, who's Bill?
Wiley Drake.
Because on the audience, I'm Wiley Drake, but my nickname was Bill. And we got the kids over here in the floor playing, and we'll now give Ken and Sherry one more chance, one more time to say good night, God bless you, Merry Christmas, whatever you'd like to say.
Okay, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
God bless you.
All right, God bless you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a special live broadcast of the Wiley Drake Show, and we encourage you to go to ustream.tv, and you can watch this because right now I'm going to stop it